Debugging is such an important part of game development. In today's video, we're just going to go through our first-person project that you guys have been working on super hard, and we're going to look for bugs. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm kind of going in without a plan, essentially, because I want to show you guys like how I debug stuff and how my brain, I guess, kind of works. So you might be in for a treat. After this video, we'll be implementing enemies into the game, so we have, you know, some enemies to shoot at. So that'll be exciting to look forward to. Let's just get this debugging video out of the way. Let's jump into it. Alright, let's get on to some debugging. Okay, before we get started, I know everybody's games are different. I understand that, you know, probably 90% of you watching this first-person shooter series is going to take what you want from all of the videos and apply it to whatever game you want. That's fine, obviously, but you're going to have some unique problems that I don't necessarily have in this one. So if you guys want help, you could join the Discord. I'll bring on the Discord over here. And so yeah, we got the Unreal Engine help forum. So we got lots of people post their problems like in different videos that I've made. Yeah, lots of help available on the Discord there. So if you guys have a unique problem that isn't really covered in this video, then yeah, join the Discord and we'll see you over there. But anyways, raw dogging this one this morning. I don't have any notes specifically. I just have the bugs that I found. So hopefully this video cuts together nice. But anyways, so I'm going to show you what I found to get started. You can fire while sprinting. That ain't good. And makes my arm do some funky stuff. Look at that. That's funny. Well, first of all, with the AK, I noticed, so we'll hit it, we'll reload. I noticed that there's like a slight delay in me clicking and the AK actually firing, which I know has something to do with the timer. Obviously, I set the timer delay for the automatic fire, so it's delaying it for that time before firing it. So we'll just have to add an event to start firing before we even hit that timer. And then obviously you see my ammo was at 60 and it's staying at 60. And like a lot of the guns, like the rocket launcher is another good example. I mentioned this last time. Oh yeah, there's another bug. It's hitting something. My rocket launcher is hitting something right there. Sometimes it fires, sometimes it doesn't. It looks like when I'm moving forward, specifically. But you just saw that I reloaded my rocket launcher, and it just like completely filled up my reserve from 2 all the way to 6. So that's obviously a bug we're gonna have to fix. Something to do with the ammo system's all effed up. I can't talk right now. The shotgun, I noticed when we completely run out of ammunition, it won't let me reload if I push R to reload. However, every time I shoot, it'll hit that reload query check and it'll automatically start to reload, but there's no there's no ammo, so it just like brings it back up and does its own weird things. So yeah, there's something all effed up with the ammo, how it recalculates what ammo to put in, which will be in our player character, so we'll have to figure that out. I definitely have to dial back the sniper physics, because like that's pretty strong. Unless that's a cardboard box, but you know. Okay, I encountered some issues with the ADS system with, actually it's better illustrated with the one that has a sight on it, wherever that one went. Or, oh, it's in my inventory. Anyways, so if I aim down sight and shoot, like this updates normally, but if I shoot and then aim down sight, you can see that that snapshot that we made for this isn't really updated correctly, because the way our ADS system works is it's taking the current transform of our arms and then snapshotting that. So that's why that didn't work. The reason it works when you aim down sight and then fires, because we've already, oh, that did some funky stuff. Because it's already firing, or we've already aimed down sight, we've already set the transform for our arms, and then now it's doing some super weird stuff. Okay, there we go, I fixed it. So there's some weird stuff going on with that kind of stuff, but what else we got here? And then the last thing, we'll probably start with this one because it's the easiest fix out of all of them. You can see that our gun shadow is just literally a floating gun with no arms attached to it, so probably better to just disable that shadow. It's going to save on performance because you're not dynamically calculating shadows for your guns that don't have arms attached to them. You know, so the shadow's easy. That's just a setting in our weapon class. So why don't we just open the weapon class right now? Weapon class, and then we're gonna go to when it opens. There we go. We're gonna go to the static mesh when it opens. There we go. And all you got to do is just type in shadows, cast shadow. We're gonna disable that. Done. That was easy. I was gonna delete that off my list. Shadow, floating gun, blah, done. Okay, next let's fix the firing while sprinting, because that'll actually fix a couple of issues I have on here. So that's inside of our player. Okay, so obviously the sprint functionality we made in episode 1, and this is episode 21, so we've obviously added quite a few gameplay tags and stuff since then. So obviously we need to remove the tag can fire when we start sprinting, or else we'll be able to fire our stuff. So, okay, so we're gonna do it after this branch, because this branch is checking to see if we can run and if we're not falling, and then that way we will be sprinting. This we will, let's just get the gameplay tags here. Let's remove gameplay tag, because we're only doing the one. Okay, we'll plug that in, and the tag we want to remove will be can fire. And I think I'm using the can fire from shooting, because I think we have one in here too. Yeah, because remember we added 2, and for some reason it won't let us delete the 1 even though we're not using it anymore, so that's really weird. Anyways, so we're going to remove can fire. We are going to add that gameplay tag back in right here on the end sprint. Add gameplay tag and shooting can fire. There we go. Okay, so we'll add that back in. That should fix it, and then we're going to add it one more place here as well. So we're going to shoot. We're going to try. Oh, we can still shoot. Why can we still shoot? And sorry, just going back, gameplay tags. Oh, okay, we remove it from our gun. That's why it's not working. So we need to get our equip weapon gameplay tags. I already know an issue that's going to come up by doing this. If you switch your weapon while you're sprinting, then we won't be able to have the can fire added back in. So I already know that's going to be an issue. Let's copy this, paste this, put it down here. Okay, so now on our equip weapon, remove the gameplay tag can shoot or can fire, and then we're adding it back in when we stop sprinting. So let's check that out now, make sure that works. There, I can't shoot while I'm firing. However, if I want to shoot, I think in our weapon class, if we fire, let's add a tag in. We're gonna have to do this for all of them, obviously, like all the fire modes. But let's add in a tag if we are running. But we're gonna do it after this branch because we want to check all of these things first. Okay, and if it's true, we are going to get a branch. Whoops. And we are going to check our player. Do we have a reference to our player right now? We'll see. We'll see if we get an error for this. Player, we're going to get gameplay tags. Let's put player down here, make it a bit neater. Gameplay tags has tag sprinting. So we'll do movement, sprinting. Are we sprinting? If we are sprinting, guess what? We want to not sprint. And we're going to add a delay node as well, just because we don't want our gun to immediately shoot while the animation is like blending out. So if it's true, we're going to I think we got to get a player. Player stop sprinting. There it is. So we made that event for this exact sort of thing. Then we'll add a delay, and it'll be, I think 0.5 is the shoot time here. Okay, and then if it's false, we're just going to plug right into there. Let's test that out. It's not stopping sprinting. I wonder if... Do we have to clear the I just want to see this work. So go to controls, we're sprinting. Okay, I want to see this work. Gotta play, first person character, put this off to the side. But stop sprinting, yeah, so stop sprinting is not even firing. So that's interesting. Is this not firing properly? Let's have a look here. We'll hit play. What's my starting weapon? The shotgun. Spawn shotgun. Spawn shotgun. Let's have a look. Okay, it's going down false. It's saying can fire, has ammo left, is not rechambering. Why is that going down the false branch? Why is this going down the false? Oh, because I don't have can fire. I see. Which is what we want. Let's actually add this branch before that then. Whoops, we want to keep that. Get rid of that. Let's add it before then. If we're sprinting, we're gonna stop sprinting and then check all of our stuff. Okay, so I'll just bring that up here because we gotta move this over now. So yeah, I do that a lot. I just watch the code execute, and then if it's going down the wrong path or whatever, it's like, oh, well, there's obviously an issue here, because that's easy to see. Breakpoints are good. I think breakpoints are better if you are trying to debug specific values, because you can actually read live values while simulating. I mean, you can do that in a sense here. Like, if you have an array and you simulate, like, you can actually roll over the array to, like, look at it, right? So, yeah, there's lots of different ways to kind of debug your stuff here. Okay, and then true goes into here. Okay, so now we are first checking, are we sprinting? And then we're going to stop sprinting, have that delay, and then checking if we can fire, because the can fire should be back once we stop sprinting. And then if we have ammo and if we're rechambering, okay? So, and then if we don't have ammo, we're gonna reload, which, God, that's gonna be super annoying as a player, having to reload again. So I'm sprinting, I click to shoot, and then I stop shooting, and then, or I stop sprinting, and then I shoot. That delay is actually really long, so let's fix that. Okay, delay, let's make it 0.3. That's pretty good. Okay, alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, another quick and easy fix here for the sniper rifle. I want to dial that back. We just did this in the last video, so we will open up the sniper rifle itself. Or, I'm sorry, it's not in the sniper rifle. It's in the projectiles, the bullet projectile. And we're going to go to impact force, and we'll just dial that back to, like, 50. See what that looks like. That's a little bit more reasonable. Cool. Alright. Also, yeah, if you guys wanted to add... I'm sure, you know, you wanted to add some force to the line traces for shooting, which you can do. We can just quickly add that now. Let's go to the weapon class, and let's go to, we can add it. Where's my bullet? Is there anything? Hit scan line trace. Let's add it in here because it's a function that we reuse, so we'll add it to everything. So right here, we can add some stuff in. So first, we'll do the same thing as last time. We'll get the hit component, and we'll ask ourselves, is simulating physics? And we'll plug the bow name in there. Return value, we will get a branch. Plug it into true there. And then we will get the impact point, and we'll add, add force at location, and then we'll plug our, we'll plug impact point into location, and then we'll break this. We don't have an impact force for the weapons. Let's just add it as a variable here. Impact force, which will be a float. Okay, and we'll plug true into here. And the impact force, let's default leave it at 0. And then we'll get the impact force, we'll multiply, or get a multiply node, plug that in first, and then convert this to a float, single precision, and then we'll plug in our impact force. Okay, and now you just gotta go through all the hit scan weapons. Oh, bow name, pardon me. We gotta plug that in here. There we go. Why is it still saying error? A target. Oh, okay, you need a target. Well, let's do the hit components. That's what we want. So there we go. Compile. There we go. Okay, now we just gotta open all the weapons and just set that variable. But we don't need to do it for the rocket launcher and the sniper because obviously the projectiles handle that. Interesting. Okay, well, let's maybe dial it up then. So let's do shotgun. Let's just use something ridiculous. We'll do like 50, just like the sniper rifle. And we'll see if that does anything. Oh, it does do anything. Okay, so we just gotta dial it up a bit. Well, okay, so, I mean, that looks pretty good. Probably have to refine it a little bit. It is hitting it in the right spot here. So yeah, if I shoot at the bottom here, it's just moving it the direction that I shoot it. So yeah, okay, it works perfect. Alright, so now you got a little bit of weight to your bullets on there. Okay, let's fix this ammo system that is, like, super weirdly not working properly. So let's just check it out in our first person character because we have the event. I think it's in our event graph actually. Yeah, here it is, where we reset all of our ammo. This might be screwed up, so we'll have a look here. Okay, so this gets the input from our reload math and then sets our new ammo as this in our players. So the issue will be in our weapon classes reload math. Let's go into each one of these, I guess. Small ammo, and we just got to check this super cool graph. This is the one we did. I don't think the small ammo has an issue. Let's just maybe test it out. Rip through this. Now we can't shoot. Now I'm going to try to reload. So yeah, we got to fix that too, the reloading. Okay, so the small ammo works properly. What about the AK? Okay, AK, it just literally cleared all of it. So there's something wrong with the medium ammo. Look at that. The heavy ammo did the same thing. It just cleared all of our ammo. So, and then I know the rocket launcher one's really effed. Because I think once we reload, it just goes up to 6. Oh, it just clears it too. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, something's really effed up with our ammo reload math. So, I'm assuming it's something that I did. You guys might not necessarily have done this, but like, because I duplicated this small graph, so I wonder if I just didn't change stuff properly. Right here. See? Get ammo reserves. I still have small ammo plugged into the local medium, so that'll probably fix that guy. Let's go back and let's check the heavy. Same thing. I didn't do this. I just did it really fast. You know what? Was this the episode? No, one of the episodes, my thing crashed and I did everything super fast. Shotgun ammo looks like it works properly because we had to redo this for the shotgun itself. So that's why that worked. The rocket ammo, same thing. Didn't plug in rocket into local. Cool. So that probably fixed all the issues, to be honest. So yeah, easiest way, honestly, to debug is just to kind of isolate whatever the issue is, obviously. So we just played our game and then figured out that the small ammo works, but all the other ones don't work. And it happens when we actually like do the reload math. So that just isolated the issue to that specific function. And then now I'll skip ahead here so you guys don't see all the boring me shooting bullets. But okay, we're gonna empty our AK. We're gonna reload, and it looks like it's reloading correctly. So I'm not even gonna test the other ones because I assume it'll work. We're empty. We're empty, empty. Okay, so that's what we gotta fix next is the reloading while we, like, because when I shoot, we're gonna just keep reloading even though we have no ammo left, so we should be just dry firing instead. I just want to check the rocket launcher now as well. No, it didn't. Okay, great. So that works. Let's fix the reloading thing now because that's annoying. Let's go to, for that, reloading will be in our weapon class, which we're in, and then we're gonna go to reload logic. So right at the beginning of the inputs, we are going to check if we have ammo left. Has ammo left. Oh, sorry, we want, has reserve ammo, actually, is what we want. Get ammo reserves, what happens in here? Okay, we just get those, okay. So it's an interface function, so we just gotta grab our player and just get ammo reserves. I wonder if we should create another function. Let's create another function in our player, because that's getting all of them, and that's gonna get super messy. So let's just create another function here. We'll just call it is ammo reserves empty. And then in this function, we're gonna have to get our gameplay, or our equip weapon, pardon me. Or our gun data, pardon me. And we gotta get the enum for ammo type. Right, gameplay tags let me down. Out of ammo type, we're gonna get switch on ammo type. And then we're just gonna get whatever the small, medium, whatever the hell, and then we're gonna get a return node. Return. And we need to check if our small ammo equals 0. And we're gonna plug in that pin, okay? Just need to do that 4 more times for the other weapon types. Duplicate, move that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna make sure I plug all of these in, and then I'm gonna plug the correct ammo into the integer variable here. So medium, go up here, make sure it changes because, you know, you saw what happened in my reload math. It's all wrong. And rocket ammo. Okay, so that's all done. We'll hit compile. Let's go back to our weapon class and let's actually add that in now. So we'll get our player, and we'll run that function. Is ammo reserves empty, and we'll plug that in, and then we will, let's get a not B boolean and we'll plug it into this and. Okay, so if our ammo reserves, this is getting confusing because we're coming out of the false branch and I'm trying to explain this. So now we'll need a not B boolean out of here. Okay, so our ammo reserves are not empty and we are not switching weapons. If those are both true, then we're gonna come out of the true branch. There, that was a little confusing. Usually I come out of the true or false based on what makes sense for the code I'm writing. Lots of people come out of true branch all the time. I mean, that's just the way I do it. I think that's probably the better way to do it, is just to always come out of the true branch. But yeah, like I said, I always come out of what makes actual sense. Which in this case, I guess, yeah, and whatever. Anyways, however you want to do it. So now our guns should not reload ever if our ammo reserves are empty. I'm just gonna do the, this is probably the quickest one to rip through if I switch to auto. Okay, we're gonna go to 0. This shouldn't do anything. And every time we click, actually, do we have that in here? Let's go to a weapon class while we're simulating, and we'll go to, I guess, the auto fire logic. Do we have to, I have to add something, sprinting. I have to add this into all of them because the stop sprinting thing. So I'm gonna copy that while I do this. So we'll go into burst fire. We'll add this bit in. I guess I gotta stop simulating. In 5.6, you can actually edit while you're simulating, which is really cool. that they added that in, because yeah, this is annoying. You gotta stop and then redo all the stuff again, right? So we'll add this in first of all, and then we're gonna check if we have the reload query. Let's go in here. So reload logic. If we don't have either of these, that means that I wonder if this should be its own branch. This ammo reserve empty. It should be. Jeez. Making so many changes. So we'll get rid of this and node. This will be its own branch because if we don't have any ammo to shoot, we're gonna dry fire. Okay, so we'll back off on this. And we'll get another branch from here. I'm trying to make this all make sense in my head here really quick. So if we're not empty, that's good. That means we have ammos to shoot. If we are empty, we're gonna add a sound 2D, which will be our dry fire. So if you guys have a sound for that, dry fire, do I have? No, I don't. So yeah, this is where you would add a sound 2D, dry fire. Yeah, again, don't have any sounds here, but lots of guys in your Discord who are doing this series, they have their own sound effects, so that's super awesome. Sorry I can't provide any for you. I will go out and record some sound effects for guns here shortly. I got the recording stuff, and my brother's got some guns, so we'll go do some stuff. Okay. Okay, while we're in the weapon class, on the firing specifically, it probably is also happening in burst and happening in the automatic one here. So we'll go to burst first. Okay, we start... Yeah, I remember I made this burst firing and then we didn't even freaking use it. So it was supposed to be the burst firing active. That's what it was supposed to be. Anyways, so we burst fire right away. So this one actually works fine. So we're going to ignore that. It's going to be the auto fire logic. Because we have this timer, but we have the fire rate set to 0.2 or whatever for the AK and stuff. So it's waiting 0.2 seconds before it fires, which obviously feels like a long time. So we actually need to add auto firing right here. Auto firing. Or not auto fire, pardon me. That'll be an infinite loop that we don't want. Auto firing. Okay, we'll add that here. So we'll start firing right away. And then 2 seconds later, we will just keep firing this. Auto firing. Okay, so that should fix the issue with the AK. I'm just going to test it out right now. What do we not do right here? Compile, function cannot be followed, burst firing. Oh, burst fire active. So we need to change this to burst fire active. Okay. Burst fire active. And then we'll plug that in, and then we'll plug this back into here. Okay, now we'll hit compile. Now we all good. Good stuff. And then with the AK, same thing. Way more responsive. Okay, sweet. That fixed that issue. All right, everybody. So I went for a walk because I was losing my goddamn mind here. So I spent like an hour recording, just like spinning my tires, basically. So what the issue was having, I'll put it on screen because I fixed it already. But so we were walking forward, and the sniper rifle bullet and the rocket launcher projectile, if you were only walking forward, it would hit itself, which makes no sense. So it was hitting itself, so I came over to the projectile base here. I looked at the box collision, I came down to the collision settings, and I saw that the projectile was set to block. So I set it to unblock, or ignore, pardon me. It was still hitting itself, which doesn't make any sense. And then I had the box collision ignore itself, which is ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, it wasn't working. It was just constantly hitting itself. So the way I fixed it was in our weapon class, we... inside, where was it? The macro that we made here, weapon projectile location rotation calculate, back in the object pool video. I added this node right here to offset our projectile spawn point to be a little bit ahead of our actor, or our character, pardon me, and that actually solved the problem. So now when I play and I switch to my sniper rifle, it shoots normally, and it hits stuff, and it generates hits events, and it's good stuff. Rocket launcher does the same thing, so it just shoots it normally. Even when I just stand still and just shoot the rocket launcher, I cannot even tell that there is like something off about it, because it is like spawned ahead, like well you saw, like the yellow box there, like it is spawned a little bit ahead, and it's noticeable, I'm sure, if you like freeze frame it, but in gameplay I don't think it's gonna be noticeable. But anyways, that's what fixed the issue, so that's super cool. Okay, the next thing we need to fix is the aim down sight issues. So for anything that rechambers, I'll show you here. So I'll shoot and then aim down sight while I'm rechambering, and then it like doesn't line up our iron sights again, and that's because it's saving the animation of us rechambering in the middle of us rechambering. Did that make sense? It's saving the animation snapshot while we're rechambering, so our gun is not completely lined up. Okay, so that's what's happening. It does happen with the sniper rifle as well. I have one in my inventory here. So if I shoot and I rechamber, and it does the same thing. So it'll do the same thing with a scope. It just won't be as noticeable. I'm wondering if we should actually just hide the weapon mesh when we're aiming down sight with the sniper rifle. Probably a good idea. Let's do that now. We want weapon sniper rifle, and then we want to open the full blueprint editor. So I think we'll just do the same thing that we've been doing in a couple of things. So we're going to get event aim start. That's what we want, sorry. Event aim start. Obviously this will be the sniper rifle, but we want to check and see if we have, we got to actually physically search for the variables because it's the child, so it's inheriting all of them. We have to get the gameplay tags. Whoop. Get gameplay tags. We need to check if we have a has tag. We have a scope attached. Okay, aim, scope. Oh, is that all we do? Okay, scope. And then we need to get a branch. If we are aiming down, or sorry, if we do have a scope, then we're going to just hide this weapon mesh. Set hidden in game. And we'll do true, and we'll do true out of there, and we'll duplicate this, and we will set it to false. We'll plug this in, and then we'll get event aim end, and then we will unhide it. Okay, so that should hide our weapon mesh so it doesn't look as silly. Holy crap, what happened? I thought, oh, I see. Propagate to children. We should have these sights and stuff on the gun. Okay, yeah, that's right. So select propagate to children because all of these attachments we've parented to the weapon mesh. So if we propagate to children, it should also hide all of them. So that solved our issue. Okay, and that should be good here. That should be good. All right, so the other issue we want to fix is the ADS thing. So we'll go back into the first-person character here into the shotgun reloading, blah, 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 blah. We just need to find aim, input action aim. Yeah, that's the one we want. Where are you? There you are. Calls interface for ADS and sends snapshot. Okay, so we save our snapshot here when we're aiming down sight. I think if we rechamber, we should reset it? Or so, yeah, we should reset it after we're finished rechambering in the event that we decide to aim down sight while we're rechambering. If you've allowed it to like rechamber in your game while you're aiming down sight, which I have not, because I've told it to not be allowed to aim, that should still work. But here, let's go to the weapon class and let's go to single fire logic right here. Actually, this is the end of the single fire logic where we're doing our rechambering stuff. Get our player character, and let's get the player reference message. Okay, because we want access to this animation instance for our first-person mesh, and then we want to, up so you guys can hear me, we are going to get the save pose snapshot, and I think it's called aim pose, right? Aim pose, okay, so we're going to put aim pose in here, and that's coming out of onCompleted. So once this montage is done, it's going to save another snapshot to ensure that we're saving it in the right spot. So how about this? How about if we are firing, let's not be able to aim down sight. Let's go to aim down sight, the control here, aim. Okay, so we're aiming. So first of all, we're gonna check if we are firing. So let's get our gameplay tags from our equip weapon. Equip weapon, get gameplay tags. It's not a gameplay tag. It's a Boolean, isn't it? Is rechambering. Get is rechambering. That's what we want. Okay, and I don't think we need this, so I'm gonna go canceled and completed. Okay, are we rechambering? This should effing work now. There. It wouldn't let me go. Okay, perfect. It won't let me go unless we're rechambering. That's a nice and easy fix. Okay. So I'm going to end the tutorial there. This is like an ongoing process. Lots of work to be done here. And obviously everybody's games are different, but yeah, you basically just got to kind of do trial and error, just try stuff out. Like how can you work around this problem? Like that's kind of like the fun part of game development in a sense. I like it better when you're designing a new system versus like fixing an old one, but yeah, don't leave debugging to the last minute or else you're gonna get just a complete tire fire of a game and you're probably just gonna give up because it's gonna be so complex to fix. Honestly, every single thing that you do, you should make the system and then debug it. And basically black box test it just to make sure that it works, okay? So, sorry for the super lame debug video, but again, it's very important that this is a regular occurrence in your game development for your game. So, the next video is going to be way more exciting. We're going to be doing enemies in the next one. So we are going to start by doing our, like putting our enemies in the world. We're going to put physical assets on them. And then physical assets are going to translate into our damage system, which we're going to do in the following videos. So yeah, very excited to get started on that. Thanks a lot for, if you stuck around to the end, thanks a lot. I'm probably going to have like a 0% chance someone's watching all the way to the end, but anyways, if this doesn't become the worst video on my channel, I don't know what to think anymore. But, okay guys, thanks a lot for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, keep learning until you game over. Peace.